Level 1. The Summer Analyst. You are 20 or 21, and the internship offer feels bigger than the actual job. You bought 2 dress shirts, watched videos about Excel shortcuts, and told your parents the bank name like it was a passport stamp. On the first day, you get a badge, a laptop, and a calendar already full of training sessions. The office is colder than you expected. Everyone seems busy in a way that makes asking questions feel expensive. Your work is small at first, formatting slides, checking company descriptions, fixing footnotes, and rebuilding charts someone else already made. Then the first live deal appears, and small work starts arriving at midnight. You learn that a pitch deck can be wrong in 30 different ways. The logo is too large. The axis label is off. The revenue multiple is stale. The managing director does not know your name, but he knows the page number with the mistake. The money is good for an internship, but the real prize is the return offer. That offer becomes the only number that matters. You check your email during dinner. You check it again in the elevator. You tell yourself this is temporary. Then you realize temporary is the whole business model. Level 2, the analyst. You are 22, maybe 23, and now the badge is permanent. The first paycheck hits, and for one afternoon the job feels worth it. You send a screenshot to nobody, because everyone you know would either be impressed or concerned. Your all-in pay might land around $120,000 to $180,000, depending on the bank, the year, and how badly the firm needs bodies. The work is Excel, PowerPoint, PDFs, data rooms, market updates, and comments that arrive with no punctuation. You build models for companies you barely understand, then explain the output like you have had an opinion for years. You learn where public filings hide the useful numbers. You learn which seniors care about font alignment and which ones care about the story. You learn that both can ruin your night. Your status outside the office rises quickly. Inside the office, you are still the person who fixes the appendix. The performance metric is accuracy at speed. If you are slow, people notice. If you are fast and wrong, people remember. Your phone becomes a leash. A clean Saturday can disappear because someone changed one assumption. You start sleeping with the volume on. You start dreaming in spreadsheet grids. The bank does not hate you. It just has no reason to stop asking. Level 3, the associate. You are 25 to 28. Maybe you survived analyst years. Maybe you came back from business school with debt, confidence, and a calendar full of coffee chats. The title sounds like progress because now analysts ask you questions. That is when you learn management mostly means being responsible for mistakes you did not personally make. Your all-in compensation might sit around $250,000 to $400,000 in a strong year. The number is real. So is the stress that comes with defending it. You still build models when things get messy, but now you also review them, assign pages, track deadlines, and translate vague senior comments into work someone can actually do. The vice president asks if the deck is clean. The analyst asks what clean means. You become the person standing between those two questions. Client calls start to matter. You are on mute most of the time, taking notes, watching tone, and trying to understand which sentence just created 3 hours of work. Your hidden cost changes shape. As an analyst, you are tired. As an associate, you are tired and accountable. You cannot complain to analysts because you are their manager. You cannot complain to seniors because you wanted this promotion. So you complain into a hotel pillow after a diligence call runs long. Then you open the laptop again. Level 4, the vice president. You are around 30. For the first time, clients may know your name. Not all clients, not the important ones yet, but enough that your mistakes have a voice attached to them. Your compensation can move into the $400,000 to $700,000 range when the market is healthy. The job is less about making every page and more about making sure the whole machine moves. You run calls, manage work streams, brief directors, and tell associates which fires are real. You know the deal timeline before anyone says it out loud. You know when the CEO is nervous. You know when legal is slowing things down. You know when the buyer is pretending to be more interested than they are. Your calendar turns into a wall. The gaps are not free time. They are where the real work hides. You start having awkward conversations, the valuation is too high, the buyer walked away, the model does not support the story, the client is not ready. This is the level where banking becomes less like homework and more like politics with numbers. Attached. You are measured by execution, judgment, and whether senior bankers trust you in your revenue. The hidden cost is that you are always performing competence. Even when you are unsure, you have to sound like the room is still under control. At night, you replay calls in your head and find better answers 10 minutes too late. The next morning, there is another call. Level 5, the director. You are mid-30s now, and the job starts asking a different question. Can you bring business in, or are you only good at processing it? The title may be director, executive director, or senior vice president, depending on the bank. The meaning is the same. You are close enough to power to feel it, but not safe enough to relax. Your all-in compensation might be $700,000 to over $1 million. It sounds absurd until you see the revenue target next to it. You spend more time with clients, more time pitching ideas, and more time pretending casual lunches are not sales meetings. Your work product is no longer just the deck, it is the relationship. It is whether the CFO replies. It is whether the founder calls you before calling another bank. You start collecting small signals, a fast email response, a second meeting, a board member asking for your view. Those signals become your weather report. The hidden cost is permanent activation. A kid's birthday party can become a networking event if the right person is standing near the grill. A vacation can turn into a conference call from a hallway with better reception. You are not exactly working every minute. You are available every minute. There is a difference, but your body does not care. Level 6, the managing director. You are 40 or older, though the job has made everyone bad at guessing your age. You are no longer paid mainly for analysis. You are paid for trust, access, timing, and the ability to turn relationships into fees. In a strong year, the compensation can reach multiple millions. In a weak year, the number can fall hard enough to remind you that the top is still a scoreboard. Your day is CEOs, private equity partners, board members, lawyers, internal politics, and the quiet pressure of a pipeline that must stay full. You sell the bank before the deal exists. You sell the deal before the market agrees. You sell confidence before anyone has certainty. Junior bankers see the suit, the assistants, the client dinners, and the number. They do not see the old client who stopped calling. They do not see the mandate that went to a competitor. They do not see the month where every conversation sounds promising and nothing closes. Your metric is revenue, not effort, not intelligence. Revenue. That clarity is both freeing and brutal. The hidden cost is that your identity becomes portable only inside the game. At home, nobody cares how much fee credit you got. At work, everyone does. So you keep moving between rooms where different versions of you matter. Level 7, the group head. This is not just a senior banker anymore. This is the person who manages the people who manage the deals. You control coverage, staffing, budgets, hiring, promotion debates, and which clients deserve the firm's best attention. The money can be enormous, but the job is less glamorous than the number suggests. It is politics, allocation, retention, and deciding which ambitious person gets disappointed this year. You are responsible for revenue you did not personally originate and mistakes you did not personally make. You watch younger bankers repeat the same bargains you made. They say they only need 2 good years. They say they will leave after the bonus. They say the next title will make it easier. You remember saying all of that. The office is quieter now because people change their voice when you enter. That is power, but it is also distance. Somewhere, a summer analyst is checking their phone under a dinner table, waiting for a return offer. They think the offer is the finish line. You know it is the door. Your phone lights up. A client wants to talk tonight. You look at the calendar. You accept the call.